what's up? My name is Rayner Jones. I give out free game, and I'm going to speak about the more for less mentality. So, first and foremost, I want to say that there is nothing wrong with having a job, a 9-to-5 job. Not everybody is a hustler, not everybody's a robber, and all that stuff. You know, if you are an individual who would rather not have to constantly look over your shoulder, worry about getting jacked, you know, if you're not a manipulative person, you don't want to get over on people and things of that nature, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting a fucking job. I'm one of those people. I could have been a hustler, and I still can be a hustler, but I just choose not to because of my morals, and you know, and also I've had individuals in my life, and I still have these type of individuals in my family who they have a more for less mentality, meaning they want to receive more but give less, and that's the reason why I am the person who I am. You know, I've held a job. I worked plenty of fucking jobs. When I was in high school, I worked at a food place. I was a dishwasher. Then I worked at Dollar General. I was a cashier and a stalker. I went to the Air Force for fucking 7 years. I did metrology. I got to go to Korea, to Japan, to Qatar. I've had multiple vehicles, multiple motorcycles. I had money. I had houses. I had a lot, you know. Came back. I got to work at NASA. I went to barber school. You know, I've just been in a lot of things. I had a lot of trades. I had a lot of jobs. I had a lot of even money type of deal. You know, you get what you give. This is why more for less doesn't work, because if you're giving less, then you're gonna get less. And regardless of, you might manipulate a situation to where you get more, but trust and believe karma is real, and the universe will take that shit away from you. Ask any hustler, ask any person, particularly I would say hustlers or people that have been in deceit and stuff like that, man. Any robber, any person that has received something that they didn't really work hard to get, shit gets taken away from them, man. That's just the facts. And my most major influence is for me to not be that person, to really work hard and grind hard and go hard at the things that I want, to have what I want, is my mother and my great-grandfather. You know, growing up with my mother, from my perspective, my mother used to work, but then my mother has been a person who has been very lucky to receive things for free in her life. She used to work, but my grandmother passed away in '99. I was 8 years old. And so the house that we grew up in, she just, you know, she didn't really work for it. She didn't put in, she didn't make mortgage payments on it. You know, it was a family house that was handed to her after my mother passed away. So she got to live in it, you know, pretty much rent free. And also, once my grandmother passed away, the house that my grandmother was living in the country, she also got to move into that for free, you know. So she's acquired 2 houses. She didn't have to fucking work for none of that stuff. She didn't have to build any fucking thing in her life. And so her mentality is receiving, but without giving. And so my perspective of it is that, you know, after a certain point of her learning that I could just keep receiving things, but I don't have to work, I don't have to give anything and stuff like that, and living off the government, you know, like I said, life always comes back that way. So she hasn't been building anything and giving back, and she lost the house, and she lost my grandmother's house, and it hurt her a lot, but you know, she wasn't giving anything. She wasn't contributing to society. She wasn't being what's the word I'm looking for? She wasn't providing a service, you know. She was just receiving, you know. food stamps, living in his house for free. The husband was paying the fucking bills, the mortgage and stuff like that, you know. Now, I'm not saying that she was a complete bum. My mom did, you know. She got disability. You know, I can't really speak on her physical ailments because I'm not in her body. But, you know, she used her disability to get back to us, but she was receiving, you know, food stamps and stuff like that. It's just a lot of gimme energy and not being equally productive, is what I'm saying. So she lost the house. And she's still kind of living off the government. You know, she just kind of has that mentality of, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get on this program, I'm going to receive this, I'm going to receive this, I'm going to receive this, but not giving shit. And, man, I'm telling you, think about every person that you know with this mentality of more for less. They want to receive more and give less. They constantly decline. They constantly get less and less and less and less and less and less and less. Just think about it. Think about people that you know in this predicament, and you will start to notice the pattern. My great grandfather's that same way. Now my great grandfather, he did used to work a lot. You know, he's got older now, but he was always a cheap ass, you know, and he was making plenty of money. He was doing yard work, and so he was making plenty of money to be able to actually set his whole family up. He could have established his building with his business, his yard business within his whole family, his children directly under him, both the male and the female children, and we could have been, you know, like the most major real estate people and yard workers. There's a better word for it.
Landscaper?
Yeah, like landscaping company in my fucking hometown, but you know, he was fucking cheap, man. He was fucking cheap. Now, he was providing service. I'll give him that. He was providing service to people all around town, but in reference to his workers, though, he was always cheap with his workers. Nobody wanted to work for him because he was cheap. He didn't like to pay people. And he always wanted to go get crackheads and drunks and stuff like that to work for him. So, you know, you can't do bad business, man. When you're giving people less than what they're giving you, the universe, God has a way, is going to start taking things from you. Now he's older, and people not giving love to him and time to him and effort and stuff like that. And that's based off of your mentality, man. You gotta provide. And when you build into stuff, you gotta give back, man. That's all I really want to talk about, the more for less mentality. And if you possess this, man, you'll start noticing that all that stuff that you got, more for less, God and the universe will start taking shit away from you. Start taking those hits. You don't deserve it. You didn't work for it. You didn't build nothing. So just work hard, man. Work hard every day. Work on your body. Stay in shape. Work on your hustles. Find things that you're good at and go hard at it. And I'm not gonna say it's easy, man, because that would be fake. It's not easy. You have to be strong-minded, strong-willed. You have to desire your outcome. You have to stay focused on it, because if you're not, when the questions start arriving and the reason, why am I doing this? If you don't have a reason, then you're not going to stay in it. And it's something that has to be done every day. You have to choose to work every day. Every day. The people that don't work, if you're not working in the game, and the game is life, in the game of life, the game gets paid first. If you're not paying the game, you're gonna get out of here, man. And that's just the facts. I just wanted to speak on it, man. I hope that y'all don't possess that mentality. I hope that, you know, you're not manipulative and deceitful and cheap and trying to run game and shit, because it won't work out for you. It may seem like it worked out for you, man, but at a certain point, the game is going to require for you to pay that shit back. And if you can't pay it back, or you choose to be lazy and not pay it back, the game's going to come after you hard. You're going to start noticing things that you think like, man, who is putting witchcraft on me? Who is, why is this thing's happening to me? Why? You're going to have major questions as to how life could get so weird, how it could get so crazy, and it's because you just weren't paying the game. So I want you to know that it takes strength, it takes patience, it takes willpower, man. You gotta work. That's just the facts. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Have a good day.